Hey everybody, welcome back to MicroBeerReviews.com. This is a really cool beer review because this is from EvilTwin Brewing Company. They do a lot of collaborations. A lot of their beers are so unique and so different. Some are good, some are awful. I've had great experiences with them, and other ones I never want to try again for the rest of my life. But they always keep me coming back. And this is a new beer they just came out with called Molotov Lite. It's an Imperial IPA. It was in a 4-pack for $12. And the cool thing about this beer was I walked into the specialty beer store that I buy most of my beers at, and they said, just try it. And I said, well, I'm a little sketchy about this. And they said, they're almost mocking the fact of this craze of Imperial IPAs, which I think is so relevant and so very true. All the IPAs now are like 8, 9, 10, 12%, and you're like, it's too much. So this one is, I think, 8.5. Oh, let me find it. Yeah, 8.5%. It's an Imperial IPA. It's brewed with the Two Roads Brewing Company out of Connecticut. So if you haven't experienced a lot of EvilTwin Brewing Company, they're a traveling brewery. So they go to different breweries, they collaborate with them, they brew at their site. Hence, here's now the product. So it says, back in the day, only complicated and tasteless beers excited people and started that feeling of before happy hour. Happy hour was up. Molotov Lite is an understated tour de force of rebellious hopness. I love that. It's subtle spark of action, and yet by far one of the most anti-authoritative beers has ever been made by EvilTwin Brewing. It's perfect marketing. I have to repeat this. One of the most anti-authoritative beers that EvilTwin Brewing has ever made. So what they're doing is they're mocking all this Imperial IPAs, and they called it light. I love it. It's perfect. They always have this really cool kind of like geo-symboled monogram on here, and it's just one of those beers where I didn't want to buy it, and I just was kind of not even entertained, but this stuff is phenomenal. And so what they've done is, and the other part about EvilTwin is they don't tell you much about what they do. So they'll tell you, like, for example, where they brew it. They don't tell you the malts, they don't tell you the hops, but I'm making this beer review way too long, but I just think the way they've done it is really cool. So when you pour this beer, it doesn't look like an Imperial. What I mean by that, so this particular beer is a little bit lighter. It's not as dark, it's not as malty, it's not as caramely. It doesn't have like that kind of like what I call that real thick ABV kind of look to it. But what it does have is it's got kind of this hazy look to it. It's kind of cloudy. It's not perfectly filtered. It's got a little bit of carbonation, and this white foamy head kind of hangs around for a while. It's kind of got that golden color of a lot of the pale ales. But when you smell it, it's got this real fruity, very tropical smell to it. It's got that breadiness with the malt. It's got a really kind of cool mixture of flavors. It's kind of got like a medium body. It definitely laces the glass. And I think the cool thing about this is it's got that really, it's so unique, and this is what EvilTwin Brewing Company is so good about. It's got this awesome like pineapple and grapefruit and tropical fruit flavors to it, but you don't smell any alcohol. It's not boozy at all. It's only 8.5%, but a lot of 8.5% Imperial IPAs do have it, so they've hidden it in there, which is great. But it's got this really, really kind of cool color, just on that subtleness of being hazy. So, talked enough about it. This is really good stuff. what it's got is this really unique stickiness to it at the front end, which most beers don't have. It's usually on the back end. It's got this really, really kind of effervescent, almost like it's exploding in your mouth of the tropical fruits and the hops, and then it just finishes so clean and so dry and so smooth, and you literally go, wow, that was awesome. Think I'll have another. And that is what this beer does. It is extremely drinkable, and it is dangerous in a pint like this. It is really, really good. I've reviewed a lot of their beers, and like I said, it's either a yes or no. This is a yes. This is an awesome, awesome, awesome representation of an Imperial IPA at 8.5 ABVs that isn't overpowering. It's got great tropical notes, and I like the fact that it's a little hazy. I'm making this beer review a little bit longer than I like, but the haziness, I think, is what lends to the front of the palate and then dries, and I don't know how they do this. The dry finish is phenomenal, and I absolutely am thrilled because I wasn't going to buy it, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not really interested. I just don't think I want to do this, but it's got a good balance of carbonation. It's got a good balance of everything you're looking for, and it is definitely worth the money. So check this thing out. This is awesome. This is worth your money. I would give this a 4.5 in our beer review, up between 4 and 5. It's really, 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 really good. It's one of those beers that it's limited release. You're not going to find it again, and once it's gone, quite frankly, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to go back and find more of this before it's gone. So let us know if you tried it. Please, I'm stoked about this beer, if you can't tell from this beer review. So let us know what you think. Leave comments on our YouTube channel, website, microbeerreviews.com, or on Facebook or on Twitter. We upload all the time. We appreciate you watching, and we will see you again real soon. Cheers.